All right, here we go with episode 28, and the mysterious character is in the forefront right here. It's no Bleach cat, but I'm intrigued. So who do I think that is? Do I think it's Granny or not? I need to shit or get out the pot. I don't think it is. I think it's gonna be somebody associated with Granny because the clothing is basically the same. But I keep getting a masculine vibe. That's why I keep saying him. The eye seems different, right? They clearly the only reason you cover the face is either it's her and you don't want us to know it's her, but you made it obvious it's her, or it's not her but you want us to think it is her for the cool reveal. I think it's her son, her brother, her sister, somebody associated with her, some member of her order. She's part of an order of whatever. I don't know. If I have to make a choice, shit or get out the pot, it's not her. I'm going to say it's not her. I don't know who that would be instead, but it's not her. They want us to think it's her. It's clearly they want us to think it's her. They even brought it up last episode. So that tells me I don't think it's her. All right, let's go and get into it. 3, 2, 1. The Mass Fighter. It is a foreboding visit. It really was. Uh-oh. So now we're a spirit detective team. I'm sure at least 3 members of this team would be offended by you saying that they're a team. They're affiliated with each other. A team, I don't think that they see it that way. Kodo. Nice tail. Nice little tie, too. Oh, shut up. Small talk's part of the deal. Look at those Rough Riders standing back there. There's a very... I keep getting a vampire vibe from these guys. The vampires are elves, one or the other. Vampires don't usually have the altered ears, but, Are we friends? there's our guy right there. The rest of them, were they other members in the monitors? I think a couple of them were. Maybe not all of them, but a couple of them. There's a way that some of these people walk, these anime characters. Their hands behind their back or their hands up here. I don't see it. What are you doing? Yeah, pretty much. Then you're going to lose your ass. Well, that's my very extended, unwanted, unasked for opinion. What do you mean this year's guest? This tournament makes no sense. So everybody else are returning members of teams in a tournament where people fight to the death. How is that possible? There should only be one team returning from last year because they're the only team that survived. But you're acting like these are the only new members of the team. Maybe it's like, if everybody in the Indianapolis Colts died, they would field a new team, but it would still be the Indianapolis Colts. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the sponsored teams, the members of which change every year. But the teams remain the same. You got the Colts, you got the Broncos, you got the Seahawks. That must be what's going on here. Otherwise, it doesn't make any damn sense. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Did you really just stick a finger in my face? Did you? I'll kick your ass. You'll see the reason why here in a minute. Pause. Phrasing. I was going to, actually, in my printer, I was going to talk about this. We'll talk about it at the end. I hate every scene with Boss Baby, but I think there is a purpose to it, and remind me, we'll talk about it at the end. Then don't be a toddler. Is that him? Did he change into that? Hey, now we're talking. So he can change his form. Then don't be a baby. Big baby. Can you watch your tail? It's very creepy. I like the voiceover actor. The performance difference. Hey man, we're dealing with professionals here. That's good. I can fight, bitch. Why'd you lean in for that? I like the arrogance. Why are you still here? Aren't you supposed to be trying to sell tickets? You'll sell no tickets here, boy. Yeah, yeah. You're in big trouble. There ought to be. There's no consequence for your actions. It doesn't matter what the hell she does. Punish her or shut up. It's one or the other. We need to start having some goddamn consequences in this show, man. He don't care, man. I bet Boss Baby can fight. I'm sure he can. He didn't get that position for that. But it feels like he's a nepo baby, pun intended. Like, Junior. His dad is in charge, right? So that's why he got that spot. Let's figure out the terms. Yeah. Then get a new leader. Like I said. Shut up. Him being sidelined made sense on the boat. It doesn't make sense anymore. What are we doing? Yep. He's going to keep carrying him around as he does this. Look at this. He's carrying him like a sack of groceries. Hey. I mean, last time somebody looked at me like that, I got laid. Like, what is that? Yeah. Sounds good to me. I like Snidely Whiplash looking ass back there. Save him for last. Are you mad? I don't know. I can't tell. Not really. He's ready to get down. They're all very analytical, these two. I don't know about this one. Playtime's over. He just wants to kiss you with fire. Please don't kill the crowd. Dumbass. Oh shoot. Is that what he just said? Oh shoot. Where the hell were you? Burned to a crisp. Well, let's have our shorty fight your shorty. How about that? This is what I'm talking about. I don't understand how people walk like this. Why do you prefer that? Oh, I see. Okay. Just get your ass on the elevator. So taking that form makes him tired, okay. I would have had Shorty versus Shorty. One thing I don't like about anime is the finger in the face. You better get that shit out of my face. Alrighty. I think he's going to lose this one. We just have to do best out of 5. So we can lose one. It's more narrative tension if we lose the first one. You need to identify who you think their best one is, and you put your weakest one against them, so you just soak off that loss, and you have a better chance with the other 4-on-4. That would be my strategy. Eliminate their strongest one. They'll probably do the same thing and eliminate your strongest one, so then it'll be best out of 3, right? Damn. Boy, you're going to get wrecked. Yeah. And see, I think their strongest one is Evil Fonzie over there, right? So I would put him against Evil Fonzie. Yeah. How do you know all their names? It's probably in the playbook. He going full Yoda on your ass. Look at him. What are you, a gymnast? This ain't rhythmic gymnastics. Boy, you dead as hell. He's a laughing little pixie. Yeah. Oh, but the trail don't help you. You need to know where he's going, not where he's been. I don't know how he did that, but I like it. That animation, though. That animation, him hitting the floor is hilarious, man. That was good shit. Also, can you show kids getting beat up on TV? I don't think you can. I knocked your little hat off. I've mentioned this before. I love the sideways run. There's something about it that appeals to me. They do that a lot on Naruto and Boruto. They'll run sideways really fast and find a line of attack and hit you, right? She's a little too close to the action. She needs to be up in an announcer box. Yeah. Better stay down, bitch. You had enough? Agreed. I agree. But it's too much about his honor, right? Jesus Christ. You can't do this on TV, man. He's beating up a little kid. I don't care if he's got power or not. I'll kick your little ass. Oh, here it comes. Here comes the reverse. Yep. Wrecked. Yeah. He's floating. Right in the face. Oh, shit. Did you break his neck? Damn. Well, enjoy the wall, because that's where you're going. Yeah, her brother's watching this. I just remembered that, right? So, or is that the mother? I think it's the brother. Because the mother was passed out, right? You know what I mean? It's not his mother, but you know what I mean. Damn, he's dead as hell. This is what I thought would happen at first. Anyway, so it's not to the death then. Is it to the death or not to the death, man? Like, they're really sending me mixed messages here at this tournament. Hey, she got a little, what is that, a cocktail? At first I thought it was a hot fudge sundae, but it's blue. Are we not entertained? Right. Look, he is knocked the hell out. Yeah. Okay, so it is to the death. Gotcha. Hilarious. I wouldn't be doing too much celebrating. Count faster. He's not up yet. You little bitch. Yeah. Okay, now you piss me off. I suppose so. Well, you got to take him a little more seriously, aren't you? Yeah. Yep, that's Daredevil's power is just to take an ass whipping. God, maybe with the lightning. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. What is that, Dragon Ball? Yeah, 4 of them? Look, man, he looks like Goku. I can't help it. Yo-yo, son. Were they ever big in Japan? I guess they were, or you wouldn't have brought them up. Yeah. It's probably a foci. Focus is the power, right? Yo, now we're talking. Double legally distinct lightsabers. Yeah. I mean, anything can be a weapon. You can take a Tonka truck and beat somebody to death with it, man. Just because it's a Tonka truck, that don't mean shit. Yeah. Dude. She's a good announcer. She knows she's not the only one who saw it, but that's what you say as the announcer. Look at this asshole. I'm going to play with you. I said I was going to stop playing with you, but I'm not stopping playing with you, am I? Hell yeah. I mean, people do that, though, and survive. Nice literal snake metaphor there. Yeah. That's a terrible game. Yeah. It's really about the evil giggling. Yeah. Hey, I like what he's doing there. He's using the Florida as a shield. Get that shit out of my face. Damn. 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 But the thing is, the lightsabers are part of him. So if he drops it, it just goes back into his body and he can produce them again, right? It's not like he physically dropped a sword. But you can't do shit if you're tied up. You know what that reminds me of? A cat's cradle. He's basically done the cat's cradle thing. Yeah, I think mostly less. Yeah, it's an infectious laugh. Now I'm gonna make you hit yourself. Maybe you should have stayed down. It's okay to lose one of these fights. What a hater. I'm a kite. I'm flying, Jack. Look at him. He is literally a kite. You got the lightning and everything. Lame. No, he's going to lose. It's okay to lose one of these fights. Apparently, this kid was powerful. I still would have taken him out. Would have vampire and zombie Fonzie. I would have had him fight that dude. Same bat chime, same bat channel. So I want to talk about the boss baby there, right? I think the purpose of his scenes, because now that we know they're made up, right? From they're not canon. The purpose of his scenes are comedy relief, and that may sound obvious. Obviously, that's what it is. But think about the rest of the series. If you were to mentally delete those scenes, and I believe you can take them out and you lose nothing. He doesn't provide exposition. He just basically reiterates anything we've seen. They do banter with each other. They're not talking about anything plot relevant. They don't reveal information we don't get anywhere else. You can remove all those scenes and it would have no effect on the series. So what's the purpose? You remove all the scenes. We have a couple jokes here and there. Every now and then, one of them will have a one-liner. There'll be a little banter between the four of them, something like that. Mild comedy. But the biggest laughs I've had have been from the boss baby scenes. And, even though I don't like them, I think they're pointless. I would much rather not have them. They're funny. Like, I have laughed. I have laughed not liking the characters and not liking the scenes. So imagine if somebody did like them. You would be hilarious. You'd be entranced with everything that's happening. So that's what I think the purpose is. I think the purpose is the series might be a little grim without that stuff, and maybe even moving forward, we may have some real tragedy. And they've already built up the fact, okay, these are comedy relief characters removed from the plot, so they don't have to be sad, for instance, if his girlfriend dies. They don't give a shit about his girlfriend. They don't have to be sad. They can just do their comedy relief. We can get a little bit of relief, release some of the tension, and you've already got that baked into the series. So that is the function of the scenes, and I understand that from a writing point of view. I get where they're coming from, and it explains to me, at least, to my satisfaction, the purpose of them. But, because it's different reading a manga. Reading a manga, you're immersed, but you're not as immersed as when you're watching a show because you got the music and it's moving and it carries you along. You can't sit there, take your eyes off the page, look out the window for a couple of minutes and think about what you just read. You can pause the video, of course, but if you don't pause the video, you're carried along. It's an immersive experience for 22 minutes. Reading a manga, we tend to, somebody walks through the room and they maybe start talking. People think you're reading, you're not doing things, so they just come up and start talking to you. You get a text. You look out the window. It's just not as immersive reading. So it's not as grim. It's not as dark. You don't need as much comedy relief in a manga as you do in like a live action, a motion series is what I mean to say. So that's what I think the purpose is.